Hello and welcome to the Voices of Victory podcast. I am your host, Mario DeLeone. And today's titled episode is going to be straightforward and simple: The Cure for Self-Sabotage. I know a lot of friends that have this, and I love you all. I care about you all. This is all about rewiring your brain for victory. We want to be steady. We want to be intentional. And I want you to remember this: the voice that stops you, the hesitation, the fear, the delay, it isn't you. It's a pattern. It's a loop. It's a survival script that you're running on. It's a lens in how you see the world. And it's all connected to your nervous system. Today, we're breaking that loop. We're talking about self-sabotage and, more importantly, how to cure it at the root cause. There's a cause and effect for everything. That being said, we're going to use some science. We're going to use some presence. We're going to use some identity. And this is the Voices of Victory. Let's get into it. What is self-sabotage, really briefly and quickly? Really, what is it really? It isn't laziness. It's not weakness. It's not a character flaw. It's a protective reflex, deeply embedded in the limbic system of the brain and the default mode network. That's a part of the brain as well. Let's call it what it is. It's a neurological safety program. Think of it that way. It's disguised as your inner critic. Your brain is designed to literally avoid pain and not pursue greatness. So every time that you step toward success, toward intimacy, toward visibility out in the world, towards leadership, towards wealth, towards success, the primitive parts of your brain asks, is it safe? And if the answer is uncertain, you will pull the brakes on everything. And that's what self-sabotage actually is. It's your nervous system overriding your higher intention. The neuroscience of sabotage, and let's go into the brain for a moment. There are three key players that are involved in self-sabotage. The default mode network, which is responsible between thought and emotion and passing the information. This part of the brain is literally active during daydreaming, self-reflection, and of course, rumination. A cow chews on grass, that's ruminating, and that's like chewing on your thoughts. And you know what happens? It fuels narratives in the brain like, what if I fail? What if this happens? What if they'll judge me? What if I'm not enough? What if they don't like me? And it becomes hyperactive. The default mode network becomes hyperactive. It creates a mental echo, stops your momentum. Now, the amygdala, which is really connected to our fear center of the brain, fight or flight, and so on, this literally interprets growth as a threat. When the change comes too fast, too soon, too hard, too much, an emotional red flag comes up, and then your brain will start to trigger that fight or flight, and you'll pull the brakes on moving forward. So especially with freeze, self-sabotage in terms of freezing, you're supposed to do public speaking. You have to go out there and your body might freeze. Now, your prefrontal cortex, the rational decision maker of the brain, that gets shut down when the amygdala, the fight or flight, starts firing off. And this is why you can do what you are attempting to do, but you're still not going to do it because of what's going on. Your executive function takes the back seat when emotional resistance comes up or an emotional threat is detected. So what's the cure to this? To cure self-sabotage, you don't need more willpower. You just need to retrain your nervous system, calm down your default mode network, and restore trust in your own forward motion. Learn to take smaller steps, smaller bouts of courage, moving you in the right direction rather than larger. Sometimes too much, too fast, too hard, too soon, too quick can send self-sabotage alarm bells going off in your skull. So we have to be able to interrupt the loop. This is part of our DMN, default mode network regulation. Practice meditation regularly, breathwork regularly. Monitor your breath. It reduces DMN activity in the brain. Do something that induces a flow state. Writing, music, physical movement. Use the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 to move you out of rumination and into present. Regulate the nervous system. Box breathing is great. Navy SEALs actually use it. You inhale for 4 count, hold for 4 count, exhale for 4 count, and hold for 4 count. Once it's exhaled all the way out, you hold it there for 4 count, not 4 seconds. This will calm your fight or flight, your amygdala. Some cold exposure would be good for you as well, even cold showers. For those people that are interested in doing emotional freedom technique, that's always a pathway for you. This is to help you rewire the emotional beliefs. Somatic therapy, trauma-informed coaching is good. It's all about rewiring that identity loop because you don't rise to your goals, you fall to the level of your self-concept. I highly recommend EMI, eye movement integration. You could check out my playlist on that and learn a lot about that. That will definitely support you. You could literally sense that urge to kind of pull the trigger and get afraid, and then do some EMI, and it'll help you process what's going on and allow you to move forward instead of back. So every day you just need to affirm that you can do it, not just the action, but the identity behind it and your capabilities of doing it. That I am someone who follows through. I trust myself to handle it all the way through. I create from a place of love, not fear. So you got to remember, when we have phrases that are identity based, they're connected to who you are. They start with I. Your RAS part of your brain, reticular activating system of the brain, creates neural pruning. It like prunes things a little bit. And your brain deletes these old patterns over time. You can support your brain with some herbs. And medical disclaimer, this is not medical advice. Always consult your healthcare practitioner before beginning any supplement or intervention. Herbs and nutrients that support mental clarity. Lion's mane, which is great. This supports BDNF, which is brain-derived neurotropic factor for neuroplasticity. Ashwagandha is great. Ashwagandha is great for, promoting a nervous system that's stable. Magnesium glycinate is good. It reduces tension. L-theanine is good. Rhodiola rosea is good. So the bottom line, final truth to all this is that self-sabotage is a map. It's not a finish line. Your self-sabotage isn't a curse. It's a compass. And it's pointing towards the parts of you that still live in fear. You're still operating off of an old lens in which you see reality, your old scripts, if you will. You're still trained to brace for pain rather than actually take that nervousness and channeling it into excitement instead. And you can make a new choice because you are not your past. You are not your fear. You are the author of your today story. So that was it for today for Voices of Victory. And if it's something that spoke to you, please hold on to it and listen to it later. Not everything inside you is trying to stop you. Sometimes it just needs your leadership or maybe even a friend who can guide you, someone who has your best interests in mind. There's a way forward, and you don't have to sabotage. Rise up to take that. Until next time, stay calm, stay aware, and keep sculpting your mind in a way that serves your soul. Take care. See you in the next video.